Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here as the recording of this Saturday, November 13th, 2021. I have not filmed a video since Halloween night, just about 2 weeks ago, the end of October, but I'm on a road trip. I've been driving about 4 hours. I left Celebration, Florida this morning around 6 a.m. It is now 11 a.m. So 5 hours on the road already with a couple stops to fuel up and whatnot. This is not my vehicle. However, this classic car alert is at this, looks to be a seen better days type car wash here. You see the vacuums are set up. And with Christmas in view, you know, early November, places, small towns, we'll be doing a back road excursion throughout the course of the day. And a lot of towns, big cities that I will not be going through, but small towns are already starting to set up for the holidays. This horse trough is being utilized by a couple of stationary horses here. You can see they have the garland and whatnot set up. I am in Chattahoochee. There is a song, I believe, that says, "Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a you-know-what," and I'm going to be going across the upper echelon of the Panhandle, right below the Alabama border. Basically, right on the Alabama-Florida line, but I'm not going to peek up into Alabama. I'm going to stay right below it. Right below on the Florida line, upper Panhandle, a route in some of the small towns I've never been through before. But Chattahoochee, check it out. And I'll walk down there a little bit too before I get back in my vehicle, and I'm heading west. Something came up. I got to be in California by the end of the month. So the next, series of days will be a road trip westbound. I'm inviting you to join me. It's good to be back. Shall you? I do love some of the off the beaten path, you could say, areas of states. Something I like to do. It kind of clears the mind. Get away from the hustle and bustle. Isn't that right? Fake horse. Yeah, you can see they have the lights all decorated up inside there. I always like when you see advertisements on the side of brick from the bygone era. Look at this relic. It's called the station. With the antique Sinclair gasoline pumps. 2 of them. And a couple of international trucks. This one parked here in the front, and another one around the back. With the Sinclair dinosaur neon right up there. Looks to be like there's a feed store down there on the back side of that cylinder building. Probably a garage at one point. They sell fireworks there now. And there is a gentleman painting a new mural over there on the side of that wall. Very quaint town. 58 degrees. 11:11. 58 degrees at 11:11 a.m. I also have the reset up here on this former train. Well, it's still a train, but it's no longer in use. Parked on part of the tracks right here in the Heritage Park area. And they have a tree, makeshift tree here where the fountain used to be. And I do love a good mural or two, and this town has a couple of them. One is being freshly painted down the way. And this one looks like it's seen some years. Has the riverboat there on the side. Looks like it says John Callahan on the side. States John Callahan. John W. Callahan. This could be a rendition of John Callahan. Here, got the riverboat. And down here it says dedicated to the artist Von Tipton. That's who did this. An artist, a friend, and states there he was a gentle man. I always like when you can see who painted something. Sometimes they'll have a signature on the side of the wall, but this is a lot more descriptive over here. Von Tipton. About to head that direction. See, the leaves are kind of changing there. But more importantly, look at this sign. I've never seen a sign that states that. Have you ever seen a sign that states that, Bigfoot? Gotta be careful. Be really careful heading this way. Yeah, I've never seen a sign like that. And no, this is not the Chattahoochee River. It's the Apalachicola River. Never assume. I assumed I was wrong. And just crossed over into Central Time. It's now 10:30 a.m. Noticing the back of this truck says, hop in. Huh. Town Hall and Grand Ridge, as well as the water tower. Also, I can't tell you the last time I saw a hose that was left connected to a fire hydrant. With no one around. Just a random hose connected to the fire hydrant, just left there. Might see a tractor crossing the road. Also, I think that's a former gas station up there. Classic car alert on a trailer. Not a whole lot in Delwood. There's this lizard that's slithering there through the crack. As well as the Methodist Church, Delwood Methodist Church, founded in 1910 by Dr. Charles H. Riles, gave the land so that this could be built. Looks like something out of a movie. I always like to feature old-timey church buildings like this. Love the architecture of them, the feel, the vibes, if you will. Very beautiful. And then off to the side. Very, very peaceful as well. The occasional car going by, but not a lot of traffic, obviously. All right, moving on. Also, after doing a little more reading before heading on, the pianist played the piano for the congregation for 41 years. Willie Ross McMullian, the daughter of Charles H. Riles. It says right there. Daughter of Dr. and Mrs. Charles Howell Riles. And the entire family laid to rest there. Yes, you are reading it correctly, and yes, my hair is being kind of tossed around in the wind there. It is very windy. 2 Egg, Florida, Possibly the most unusual town name in all of the state. 2-egg. Right there. Not a lot here. Supposedly there is a general store that sells merchandise with the name 2-egg on it. But the town is just here, this corner, as the road turns, is the town. See if I can find that general store. Here in 2-egg. Gotta love that. That is unique. I have found Lawrence Grocery where, here in 2-egg, where they sell merchandise, or used to sell merchandise, I should say, souvenirs, etc. It has fallen on some tough times. Structure is kind of similar. There might have been a fire of some sort, or just decomposed. No more souvenirs here in 2-egg. I would have bought a magnet, but maybe even a shirt. Dang. Not seeing those gas pumps, but the air conditioner unit, as shown there, and this door over here to the far end, and that awning, still here. But the gas pumps, which you would have thought they would have been right down in here, have been removed. I mean, obviously, there's nothing like it did, but there's the awning, and there's that door, and there's that air conditioner unit. Gas pumps, maybe someone probably bought them. Some antiques. Right here off of the highway, in this little corner. Moving on. And a fun fact, 2-egg was the childhood home of Faye Dunaway. Some say Bascombe, which is 5 miles up the road because that's the nearest post office. But then others say, some others say 2-egg. Either way, in this area. Bascombe city limit. This structure appears to be a, well, was a music store called Bryan Brothers. This would be the downtown of Bascombe, or Bascombe. All three of these spots are empty now. And another building with the name Bryan on it. So you got Bryan Brothers, the music shop at the end, but then there was this general store that says Bryan's. Not a common occurrence to see an active IGA grocery store anymore. But here in Malone, there is one. The downtown area. Water tower. Says established 1911. The town was. Malone, Florida. Yeah, there are some active businesses, but on this corner, quite a few that are no longer active. That convenience store over there with the shell of a payphone, but I checked, there is no payphone. Just the shell, the outer section of where the payphone once was. This place used to sell used tires Still has the pumps out front. These relics of the past being grown up now with this foliage. And it appears to have been a storm in recent days, or recent months, because there's an awning up here that's been kind of torn up pretty dramatically. Over here on the corner here. Possibly a tornado. They've been known to do that. I like that auto parts signage there. Plenty of farmland. Now entering Graceville. I gotta say, I love this little corner store here. This whole corner kind of screams nostalgia. Heading into the downtown section. Truck parked off the side here from Alabama, just over the state line, down here into Florida. Graceville, Florida. Here's an interesting looking building. Just over there is the community center in Noma. Almost missed this. One little turn off of the road I was on. Population 250 residents. Very small little community of Noma. Could have been a restaurant or a general store of some sort at one point. I always like when you can hear dogs barking off in the distance. Kind of adds to the ambiance. Not sure why that has been scratched out like that. Approaching some animals here in the field. Is that a donkey? Hello, donkey. Got a donkey there, got a horse in the distance, and another donkey. How's it going? You doing good? Yeah, I'm just rolling through Noma. There is a water tower. I see the water tower now. I wasn't sure if there was going to be a water tower, but there is. There's a Noma water tower at the end of this road. Almost looks like it's in someone's yard. This is just an example to remind myself that I am on the back roads. It does not get much more back road looking than this right here. This is as back roads as it gets. Do not believe this flea market is open anymore. States the hours, days of the weeks and the hours. Here in Esto, the next town over. Very, very tiny town. There's a log truck parked here. You can see the flea market area. Is no more. Sure, at one point was pretty bustling. This one-way sign, the tree has grown around it. Take a look at that. And the town of Esto owns this property. You can faintly see the lettering there. Property of town of Esto, E-S-T-O. Got myself a beverage from the Freen Art. Some of the letters has been removed off there. I just felt like getting a bottled version of a soda. So that's what I did. I just felt like it just made sense. Kind of the vibe around here to get a bottled version. And the gas pumps from the Friendly Mini Mart have been removed. There's no gas pumps here anymore. They're all gone. You can see where they used to kind of sit here. Yeah, Friendly Mini Mart. This sign over here still says it correctly. Little mom and pop places. Yeah, I just wanted a soda pop in a bottle. Cheers. Just noticing there's a meat processing plant within eye vision as well. Continued on a few more miles to Miller's Crossroad, or Miller Crossroads. And there are some roosters over there. Or some chickens. Why did the chickens cross the road, crossroads? Rooster chickens. Miller's Crossroad. Didn't even notice the roosters or chickens until I stopped. What drew my attention was the store, this grocery store. They had ice and groceries inscribed up here on the wall. Right there. Look at the awning here. It's like woodwork. And some wasp nests up there. And also a healthy looking ant bed that I'm not gonna pry into. And now down the ways a bit, probably about 5 more miles down the road, there's a tractor sitting in front of this little teeny tiny building. Now over to New Hope, another corner where both of the general store convenience stores have closed down. Appears to be an outhouse in front of that one. I'll walk over there momentarily. New Hope, Florida. Doesn't give me a lot of hope, however, that the sign says danger right here on the sign. Well, the side painted on the wood. Yeah, there's an outhouse over here. Very clever theming. Not really an outhouse. This says hardware down here. Oh, there's a saw on the side. Gas pumps are still in front of there too. Pulled over here, noticing there's a well underneath that shed. But more fascinating to me than the well is this mechanism, which I've never really seen out and about. I've seen it, you know, at different museums or like heritage parks, pioneer villages, and things like that. But never just when driving down the road. From my understanding, you would attach a mule or a horse up to one end of that and it would turn it around. It's like it would spin around. It would either grind something or pump something out of the ground, either a grinder or a pump of some sort. And it's just sitting here. A little relic of the past. This is pretty neat too. This little home back in there. How cool. This is different. It's not a store. It's not a rest stop. It's just a picnic table, an old building, and a few soda machines that are active. Right here at this crossroad. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that before. 3 soda machines and a chip machine outside of an empty building. But the machines are working, best I can tell. Now from a little bit of a distance, showing the perspective, it says Crossroads Snack Shack. Hello, cows. How's it going, cows? Yeah, just passing through. You've been to the little snack shack back there? Get some chips, maybe a beverage? Alright, cows, just wanted to say hi, just passing through. Going to the next small town. Yep, on a road trip. Going back to California. I know it wasn't planned, but gotta get out there. Yeah, I decided to drive and not fly. Alright. See you next time, cows. Located in Gaskin, G-A-S-K-I-N, is the Dixie Dandy. Doesn't appear to be open, however. Also at some crossroads, you can hear some, well, one truck going by. Doors are closed. Yep, the sign says closed. The Dixie Dandy of Gaskin. Got the fire department over there as well, and another community building. And I'm headed this way. Coming through. Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Move out of the way. I don't want you to get bumped by the front of the car. Out of the road. Out of the road. Out of the road. Stay out of the road. This went on for about a half of a mile. They finally gave up. Goodness. I was afraid they were in front of my car. They just wouldn't get out from in front of the car. Okay, doggies. See you later. You'll see that one that's still staring this direction. Spotted one. Just did not want to get out from in front of the car, but they're good. They startled me. Now in Paxton, here at Lakewood Park, Walton County, Florida's highest point. You can see, if you look over that direction, you can see a field with even more cows. Not a lot of elevation in Florida, and according to this is the highest point in the state at 345 feet. You have to really get acclimated. You gotta get your hiking boots on. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. 345 feet is nothing in comparison to other states. But Florida is its own entity. Look at that. 345 points. The highest point. Florida's highest point. And they have constructed this park over here. Probably not for that significance, or maybe it is. They really do embrace it. Here's another marker a little farther into the park. And there's a star, kind of a "You Are Here" star, just showing where I'm at in the about halfway through the Panhandle, right there on the Alabama state line. So there's a marker when you first walk in. There's also that granite marker I just showed, and then there's also this. They do not want anyone to not know this fact. 345 feet. Into Laurel Hill now. And not only is the downtown, well, this section anyway, all closed up, a lot of spray paint all over it as well. Sometimes you get to these smaller little communities and you'll have things that are closed but you don't see a lot of spray paint. It's not the case with this place. Oh, this is real good. Not only got the old school Coke Classic logo up top, sign of good taste. This former store has a silhouette, a relic over here on the side of a painting of some other sort of soda. I can't make out what that is, but you can see it's faintly there. There's the soda pop bottle. Yeah, that's good. That's the kind of stuff I love right there. That, oh yeah. Cannot make out what it is, but it has the, might even be a ketchup bottle. Could be a ketchup bottle. Maybe this is a diner. Ooh, look at this spider. Look at that spider right there. A little daddy long leg. Either this is no longer in use, or the grounds crew, or whoever's keeping up with the maintenance of the place, is taking some time off. Berrydale. the name of this place, or the name of the town. This facility. Not sure. See as I get closer if there's any kind of designation. You see the barbed wire up top there. Razor wire. Interesting. Wasn't expecting to see something like this out here. Berrydale, Florida. B-E-R-R-Y, Dale. It says forestry camp. This is a forestry camp? Guess so. Well, this forestry camp means business. About another 20 miles down the road, maybe 15 miles down the road from where I just was. That water tower is a little silhouetted out, but I would imagine it says the town name, which happens to be Jay. The town of Jay. True story. Even has a pretty decent sized downtown for a tiny community. I like it. And there's a J Museum. And next door to the J Museum is this structure that nothing inside except foliage. Could have been a bank. Now there's a trash receptacle there, impromptu trash receptacle at the banker's window. Yeah, this could have been a bank. There it is. Look at that, the J Museum in the town of Jay. There's a couple different memorials here. Mayor Cannon. The whole family. There's Lucy. And here's an antique fire truck down there. Auto parts store across the way. Sun will be setting very soon. You can see it glistening across the road there. I was trying to notice if there was a bank vault back in here, so I walked in. Not seeing one, however. An appliance store called Scott's. Scott's in Jay, Florida. Like the brickwork on this place. Down here on this end, I'm noticing a kind of like a New Orleans style architecture with the balconies and the railings and whatnot. There's a feed store. Yeah, nice little quiet town. Located over in Century. This is like the plantation style version of the Myers house. Michael? Loomis? That was my first thought. Kind of looks like the Myers house, but more of a plantation style. Maybe it's just me. Just sitting here empty. Right here in this open lot. Last spot of the evening, Bratt, Florida. B-R-A-T-T. Pretty close to the state line. Gonna end this here. Drive a little bit, cross over the state line, find a place to stay. Sun is setting. Back on the road, heading to Southern California. Not sure how many days it'll take me to get there, but I'll move along at a brisk pace. It's nice and cool out right now too. Never been to Bratt, Florida before. Not a lot here. Just a little store there. That's about it. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over. There's the tractor.